Started. So welcome everyone to our self-care and service practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. My name is Laurie, and I'm excited to be back here again to do these sessions. So thank you all for joining, or those watching the video. So we'll get right into our session today. And so today we will do our usual check-ins for those of you who have been with us before. And if this is your first time, welcome. This is another way that we can check in and to help our self-care practice. And today's focus will be, we will continue the training for resiliency. So we've been doing a few exercises of training ourselves for resiliency. I'll review some of the highlight points about this training. And we will be doing it today with the Tao Calligraphy tracing. And we'll do that practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. And then we will talk about some next steps. So let's get to it. So let's have us all just relax, and we can check in with ourselves. So just checking in with ourselves gives us an opportunity to pause, to see where we're at, and then to make some changes if needed to get ourselves back into balance. Okay, so this is an important part of self-care that I would encourage everyone do regularly, at least daily, so you can get your daily self-care. And one of the things that we're looking at are our thoughts. Noticing our thoughts. Have they been more positive, optimistic, or on the other side, more negative, cynical? Sometimes that sarcasm comes in, or just like unhappy thoughts. You can also think about your emotions. So thoughts will also go into our emotions. You may notice how you've been feeling, whether it's peaceful, happy, calm, content, or stressed, overwhelmed, unhappy, depressed, anxious. And what we want to do is we want to notice these gauges and these areas without judgment. So this allows us to practice a more mindfulness perspective, or developing this metacognition that in itself can be very wonderful to help to balance our brain, our emotions. And this in itself is a wonderful tool for self-care. The third category is our bodily symptoms or sensations. So you can take this time now to do a quick body scan, noticing how your body is feeling, if you're holding anything in a certain part of the body. For example, you might notice tight shoulders or discomfort, or that, I'm feeling good. My body feels, comfortable, energized. Sometimes if you already have a health condition, you may feel exacerbation of conditions, or relief, right? That it's getting better. So you can allow yourself to just check in. And again, no judgment. We just want to notice. And we'll use this time together to support us, this practice. The last gauge I like to use is a reflection on the actions and behaviors we've had over the past week. Usually we meet weekly, or you can do the past few days. Have they been like loving, kind, helpful, productive, that you're feeling good, moving towards your goals? Or perhaps like resistance behavior, like avoidant, not doing much, or habits that may not be the most healthy for you. So just kind of noticing that your actions, behaviors, again, without judgment, they just tell you messages of where you are. And so this whole process is to develop awareness. Awareness is what supports us in our self-care journey, as well as our service journey. So we were working on this month on hermetic stress, which is known as like the good stress in small doses. So the idea is that a little bit of stress or challenge makes us stronger. Too much can overwhelm us, can have not so positive effects on our bodies. Too little stress, we might not grow as much as we can. We can stay too comfortable. So this example is like muscles that we develop by lifting weights, bones strengthen with movement, brain becomes more resilient when we face small challenges. And in the past couple of sessions this month, we've been imagining some stressful situations and training ourselves to kind of come back to balance or center, calming our bodies down. So we'll be doing that again today. And we will actually do with some motion today, because these manageable stresses can kind of help to train our nervous system to activate, and then we turn to calm, which can build flexibility and resilience. Okay. So resilience isn't about avoiding stress, it's learning how to come back to our center after activating that, stress process. And so we will be using calligraphy tracing today as resilience training. And this can help provide some physical resilience, because for those of you who feel comfortable, you can kind of move. It takes some coordination with that. The mental resilience. So some of you may not be as familiar with tracing calligraphy and learning some Chinese characters. So this can put you under some mild cognitive challenge. And emotional challenge, emotional resistance. From activating some of our systems, we will return to calm in this exercise. Okay. And we will be doing it in the love, peace, and harmony field. So we believe that everything has its own vibratory field, and each of our vibrational fields are connected in the quantum field of the collective. So when we align with the vibrations of love, peace, and harmony, we can not only uplift our lives, but we can also support the uplifting of the world, which is where our service practice comes in. We can dedicate our practice to others that may need this support. So you can start thinking about them and calling them to mind. And the love, peace, and harmony field, because of its positive message, and we believe this higher frequency and vibration, because it's been created by Dr. and Master Qigong Sha, the founder of the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation, as well as a creator of the Love, Peace, and Harmony calligraphies that we will use for our practice. And so he's a very accomplished soul. So creating this calligraphies, he infuses this high frequency and vibration energy and message into the calligraphies that can help us provide the safe space to retrain ourselves, to train to develop resilience, and also that support to help us return to the state of calm, of peace, of love, peace, and harmony. So this is a supportive place that we can enter. So let us begin. So for those of you, let's just start out. You can start by closing your eyes for a moment. You can imagine something that you're wanting to work on, a stressor that you might be having. Maybe one of the gauges that you've noticed was a bit heightened, whether it's your thoughts, your emotions, your bodily symptoms or sensations, or some past action or even inaction. Okay. So whatever has been challenging you, you want to just connect and see if there's an area that you want support with. So choose just one. We're going to have you just choose one request and keep it in mind. And notice how that feels in your body. As you're thinking about it, you can think about your stress level, thinking about that stressor. Notice it in your body. You can give yourself a number. And now we're going to create that safe space that we have done before. If you're new again, just can join us. You can learn this quite quickly. You can just imagine a safe space for yourself. For some of us, we can connect this love, peace, and harmony field with our safe space. But for others, it could be an indoor, cozy room or a beautiful nature area that is sacred and private, that you feel safe, you feel unconditionally loved, protected, and supported. Okay. So allow yourself to know that you're in the space. And we're going to activate some of this heightened stress with our bodies. So you can, for those of you who would like to trace with your body, you can you can, stand up like a Tai Chi. Some of you are familiar with it. I know some of you online are familiar with it, but if you're new, you can kind of move with it. And we usually, this is going to be, might be a new teaching, might create more stress for you. And that's okay. We'll bring you down. And we want you to not stress yourself too much, but just a little activation, right? So for those of you, you can put your mind in your lower abdomen and imagine this beautiful ball of light, and you can trace from that core. I'll teach you or review the love, peace, harmony pathway that you can start to trace, okay? You can also just use your 5 fingers if that feels more comfortable. There's some wisdom behind this movement that we can share another time about like the 5 elements. So I will show you here. So allow yourself to connect, first of all, right? Your body's got a bit maybe worked up, or emotions or thoughts with our area that we want to transform. And now you can move your body to follow this pathway. Okay, down. Some of you might find stress because you may or may not remember the pathway. That's perfectly okay. Just do your best. Return to the calligraphy and allow yourself to get some motion, okay? Some of you can activate more of that motion by doing these. Some of you may have learned the technique of tracing and putting some force on the downstroke. So let's just focus on love right now, right? So with every downstroke, we're going to like up and down, and we're like, okay, like, up, 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 ha, 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 okay, down, up, ha, 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 and okay, so that's a downstroke. So that might take some thinking as well as a movement like boom, okay? And you can do like love, peace, harmony, love, peace, harmony, love, peace, harmony, love, peace, harmony, love. Okay, so you can do that with just this one here, love. If you wanted to go peace, which is ping an, Shanghai is love, ping an. Here it's same thing. Okay, love, peace, harmony, love, love, right? Peace, harmony, love. Okay, here, love, peace, harmony, love, peace, harmony, love, peace, harmony, love, peace, peace down, harmony, love, peace. Okay, so you can use this to trace. You can just do one of this, love. You can just do trace peace, or you can just trace harmony. So whichever you feel guided to do so. If you would like to do them all, wonderful. And let me, I'm going to, so hold on. I'm going to play some music so you can trace along. And what you want to do is you want to give yourself a little bit of stress in the sense of just the movement, like you're putting some energy into it. For some of you who are just practicing tracing the lines, tracing it with some gentle focus, trying to get as close as possible with the lines, can also put some added, intention on that can also create that sense of, activation, kinetic stress activation. So that's fine as well. Some of you might be thinking about the situation that caused you stress or that you're concerned about, and that's providing some activation in emotions or thoughts, or even your body may be tense up and tighten. So you may experience that heightened, response. You might have all three. So whatever it is, we're just going to do it for a few moments. I'm going to stop the sharing for a moment so I can play the music so you can hear it. Okay, 5 minutes. So hopefully you can hear that. Okay, you might not. Lula, 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 lula. I love my heart and soul. Lula, I love Lula, melody. Lula, join hearts and souls together. Lula, 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 love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Lula, Lula, Lula. I watching her leave. Lula, gentle in the castle on Lula, Lula, l'amo baby harmony. Pag-ibig, kapayapaan, harmonia. Lula, Lula, Lula,
Udorugaren echizi ziralu Amor ziada
আমি আমার মনটাকে ভালোবাসি
Ik hou van alle mensen.
Sagitoen e quamio vigitoen Ai heiwa so shite chowa
Hey aloha mai ia'o.
Amo tutta l'umanità
And all the girls, yes,
사랑 향화 주와 락다스라우하야 하모니아
that's you.
Wonderful. So now just check in to see how you're feeling. We're going to calm ourselves back down. For those of you who are moving, of you who are moving, you can gently kind of get into a more slower movement. We'll kind of come to a rest. For those who are really focused on the tracing, let your mind come back to your lower abdomen. You can put one hand on the heart, one on your lower abdomen. Just some nice, gentle breaths. We're going to inhale. That message of love, unconditional love, relaxing us. Good. Breathe in the message of peace. Inhaling that light, exhaling a little longer. That message of peace. And inhale again. Bring that message of harmony into your lower abdomen. Exhale, let that light expand. As we exhale a few seconds longer than our inhalation. Okay, so let's just do this a few more times. Inhaling the light, love, peace, and harmony. Exhale, love, peace, harmony. And focus on that message expanding throughout your whole body. You can inhale, love, peace, harmony. Exhale, elongate the breath. love, peace, harmony, and focus that you are receiving that message of love, peace, and harmony, calming your system down, whether it is your body, your heart rate, your mind, your emotions, back to the state of balance, of calm, of love, peace, and harmony. So again, the practice is really bringing ourselves back to balance. We are activating, bringing that energy, attention, with that hormetic stress, what we would call like that good stress, helpful stress, and then calming ourselves down. So this is the exercise. Bringing ourselves in balance, allowing ourselves to return to the space of love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Feeling that positive message, that light, that sense of relaxation or contentment, peace. Okay. And we can just express gratitude to the love, peace, and harmony field, to your own soul, heart, mind, and body for doing this practice and being on this self-care. Imagine all of your souls, your body, parts of your body is just thanking you. We can thank each other for all of us who are on the line, help to create a more powerful love, peace, harmony field and provide support for each other, even those who are watching the video. Thank you for engaging, joining us. And some of you may have connected with loved ones, what we call like on a soul level. They're not here physically, but here imaginally or on the soul level, as we say. Like we can imagine that their presence is here. We can thank them all that joined us. And we can just end with a thank you, thank you, thank you. So wonderful. So I'd love to hear how everyone is doing. For some of you on the line, you are maybe familiar with the tracing, but maybe some of you watching the video, it's quite new. And that might actually give you some giving you some greater stress that can actually support you in coming back to balance, letting go of all of the confusion and just getting into that state of love, peace, and harmony. So, and I'm just going to share. So hopefully if you can feel free to write comments in the comment section or the chat. And as I'm waiting for some of your responses, just to give you some information as you continue your wellness journey, self-care and service journey. We've taken a lot of inspiration from the Stress Prescription, 7 Days to More Joy and Ease by Elissa Epple. She is professor, I believe, at UC San Francisco. There's a lot of work with like telomeres, like longevity as well. And also with the Tao Calligraphy and Tao Calligraphy tracing, if you want to learn more, there's the book, Tao Calligraphy Healing Field and Information System with 6 sacred Tao techniques to empower you to heal and transform your life. And this is by Dr. and Master Jigong Sha. This is a green book. He has many different books. This one is the green book. Gives you a great introduction to the field. And you can also continue your journey, your wellness journey, whether self-care or service, and Wellness. We have more times that you can practice with the Love, Peace, and Harmony field. My mother does these meditations as well as Tao Wellness practices the first 3 Mondays of every month, unless she's like traveling or like we just came back from a retreat, advanced retreat. And you can also see some of the previous sessions on our YouTube channel. You can also join us for the free wellness evening with Tao Calligraphy to learn more about Tao Calligraphy. And you can register at our Satori Family Wellness Center.com website. And if you need more support to get started on your self-care service journey, we'd be happy to support you. And just a reminder that this session here is not to replace any medical or psychological advice. Please contact your own healthcare providers if you need more assistance. And so let me just check the chat out. Thank you, Gregory, for sharing. Thank you, Brittany, for sharing the link for the free Thursday evening introduction to the Tao Calligraphy field. So those of you who are online on our Zoom live, feel free to check that out. And we'd also love to hear how the session was for you. For those of you who want to continue with your service journey, we have the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation that does a lot of charitable works around the world. And here is the QR code that you can get you to the site, as well as get you to the Love, Peace, and Harmony song, the instrumental. This version might also be on the site as well, but this one, the instrumental of the Love, Peace, Harmony song that can provide great peace. You can share this. Master Sha took off the copyright, I believe, with the Love, Peace, and Harmony songs. People can share it. And just a reminder, self-care is service. Increase your self-care to increase the quality of your service. So we thank all of you for being here today. I'd love to say my goodbyes with each of you personally. So we'll sign off to thank all of you who are watching on our live stream. So aloha, everyone there on Facebook. Okay. As well as those watching the recording. And thank you. Oh, I'm wondering if I
Yes,
started
you're recorded.
Yes, I recorded. Okay, thank you.